Test 1, 2, 3, test. This thing on? Alright, hello everybody. Good evening, good night, good afternoon, whenever it is for you, and welcome to the second video that I'm posting, which is back here on the Lovestar Fan Discord Beta SMP. And today, this is take 2. The first take was a little bit long-winded and didn't really talk about as much of interesting things as I would have liked to, but I do think that there is a lot of housekeeping to be done since the last video, which may in part be due to the last video, because since I posted it, a lot of people have either joined or come back to the server with rejuvenated interest, which is cool, but I don't really want this to be another full tour. I'm not sure if people agree with me on this or not. It's not that people haven't been, building and doing anything interesting. They certainly have. But I kind of feel that, the first tour was 3 or 4 weeks into the server, right? So I kind of feel like maybe there should be a little more time between snapshots, if you will. But I'll still make these. Anyhow, looking at the member board, a lot of people, like I said, have joined. I think this was the I think Ale was the last name at that time, and then Toast added their name. Shy Guy was already here a long time ago. I think he just forgot to put his name up. And then we have a Mining Master, the Doc, Galaxolin, Blitzmeister, and JWR, the legend. I see him a lot in Lovestar's live chat, so that's pretty cool. And then, so there's an elephant in the room, and by an elephant I mean a sign, and by the room I mean spawn. And the elephant says. The sign that is the elephant says, on the bounty board, by Anonymous, want Femboy, 18 plus, in cow costume. Hiring, not buying. Very important. Slavery is bad. Listen, this is a board for services just as well as goods, okay? And for the services of this prospective individual, there's a handsome sum available, should anybody like to consider the position. Anyway, I wonder who posted that. Anyway, moving on. Let's go over here. So, like I said, not a full tour, but I would like to draw attention to my next door neighbor, who is getting considerably close to my next door, So yeah, Kepler has started building his base sideways. Wait, or is it her base sideways? I don't know. I might have to check her pronouns on Discord. Anyway, yeah, he started to build his base sideways towards my house. And when he started doing this, it was just like this, look at these logs here, just going over to here, and there wasn't any floor over there or anything there. It was literally just a 1-block stick going that way. And I was like, Kepler, dude, what the fuck is up with that stick? Why is there just a stick pointing out there? And he was like, oh yeah, no, I mapped that out there because that's gonna be that there'll be enough clearance next to your roof. And I was like, my roof? What the fuck do you mean, my roof? You're gonna build it all the way to my house? And he said, yes, I am gonna build it all the way to your house. So that's something absolutely insane that we have to look forward to. I'm so excited. I can't wait to see how it looks. And then, I guess kind of to mark my territory a little bit before it gets completely overrun, I decided to work on a little project because I was getting a little frustrated with the interior of my house. Because I went back and looked it up, The exterior of the house took about 3 days to build, which is insane. And it also means that I have been looking at an empty or mostly empty. Oh, by the way, I can do this. I have Optifine. That's pretty cool. I have been looking at an empty slash mostly empty interior for almost a month now, which does drive one crazy a little bit and can be a little discouraging. So to take my mind off it, I did a little side project where I built a Great Western 5700 class pannier tank, and you can read all about it with the signs over here. I won't read the whole thing just because I'm not the one who read it. Who what it? What word was that? I don't know what I just said. I won't read all of this because I was not the one who wrote it. There's the correct word. Mr. Wikiped did. God damn it. It's so dark out here. I did put some torches on the top so stuff wouldn't spawn. Okay, this is a disaster. Oh, that's not really where I wanted to go, but close enough. Yeah, I put more teleport points up, so that's so that's convenient. But yeah, now I have to walk all the way back down there because it's not like you can just teleport to your last location or whatever. Unless you take the time to set it up as a teleport point, but that's like kind of some turbo loser shit, I think. Not that I would know. I've never been a turbo loser. What about you guys? Anyway, back over to this. Yeah, did I already mention that this is take 2 of this video? In take 1, I did read that whole thing, but then I kind of glossed over any of the actual interesting tidbits that you would not know just from reading the signs. First of all, in case you're wondering, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Oh no, Stinger! You built it wrong, Stinger! No, Stinger, how are you gonna sleep at night? You fucked it up. You fucked up your train, Stinger. It's all uneven now. You fucked it up. Oh, I'm so sorry that you made that mistake. No, I didn't. It is supposed to look like that. The axles on the real locomotives are uneven. The front 2 wheels are closer together than the back 2 wheels, which probably has something to do with the fact that it's probably pretty hard to stick an axle through a firebox, if I had to guess. That's probably the problem they were avoiding with that, but maybe not. It is on an even numbered base, which is annoying because it means that you can't put things directly in the middle, but what are you going to do? I hate these levers. If there's a more elegant solution, someone can let me know. But yeah, like, I mean, if redstone blocks existed, I would just make this buffer beam out of redstone blocks and the pistons would be powered, but I don't think those were added to, like, release 1.5 or some shit. Maybe not that far, but yeah. So I have to put that there to extend the buffers. It's pretty cool. You can actually go on this sleeper right here and then climb up the actual ladder into the cab, but there's nothing in there. And then the inside of the boiler is just hollow. I'm pretty happy with how this turned out. It's pretty wonky. You definitely don't want to look at it too long. I think one of the wonkiest things that I do hate about it, but if I wanted to change it and fix it, it would... Oh god, it would have to be completely redesigned. I don't like how the wheels are on the outside. That's like just such a peeve of mine. Peeve or pet peeve? Do you have to say the word pet, or can we just shorten it? That's such a... That peeves me when people draw or build trains and they put the wheels right on the outside, which is incorrect. It's so wrong, because the gauge here is, well, obviously not here. This is way bigger. In case anybody hadn't noticed, this is like a lot bigger than 1-to-1 scale, because, you know, it's a standard gauge locomotive, which means that there should be 4 feet 8.5 inches between these rails, and the locomotive itself is a lot wider than 4 feet 8.5 inches, which means there's like a couple feet at least of overhang on each side over the wheels. You know, it's not like they're sticking all the way out to the edge like a car or something. Anyway, I think. Oh yeah, I have to shout out. I think it was Violetta who traded me one of the gold blocks for the. I think that's the safety valve. I don't know. I'm a fake train fan, but I think that's the safety valve. And, obviously the dome. Never trust domeless engines, that's what I always say.
Huh, so he says, huffed Gordon, but I didn't like his looks. He's got no dome. Never trust domeless engines. They're not respectable. I never boast, but I'd say 100 miles an hour would be easy for me. Goodbye.
But yeah, let's look at my house now. Oh god. See, the problem with this being take 2 is that I can never remember what I said in take 1. Did I mention yet that this is not a tour of the entire server? I'm pretty sure I've mentioned that like 7 times already. Anyway, back at the old Mojo Dojo Casa house, we have the teleport zone, which is where I teleport to, because I was finding it so it was such just a tremendous effort to walk all the way to, from the front door to the bedroom. So I was like, screw it, I'll just put a bed here. And then I'm calling myself a cheater, pumpkin eater for doing that, but I don't care. Over here, oh, this is something that didn't happen during the first tour, but it does happen from time to time because of how much grass I have in my base. It is a passive mob farm now, so that's fun. Oh, you can't hear that cow mooing, but it did remind me the funniest thing that happened in the first tour. I can't believe it. This happens so often with like YouTubers that I would watch as a kid, and I can't believe I did it myself. They would not be recording game audio, but then they would complain about something happen in game audio. They would be like, "Oh my god, the rain is so loud," but like none of the viewers could hear it. And I did that. I didn't realize I wasn't recording game audio, but now I am deliberately not recording game audio because I don't want to have to deal with shit like that. But yeah, last time I meant to record it, and it was just an accident that I wasn't. Someone called this the gay room, but I guess that's probably pretty accurate. I am showing a little bit more of my hand now on this server. Let's tour the old abode real quick. Just the areas that have changed. First thing that's changed is my room, where this area has been spruced up quite a bit. I stole Confused's couch design, and we've got a little music player in here. Not that any of you will be able to hear it, but I will. And then in the bathroom, I added some, these were supposed to be cabinets, but they just look like Among Us, so that's unfortunate. And then I added a big mirror with a countertop. It's kind of supposed to be a sink, but you can't really tell, and I don't really know how to make it look like a sink, but I guess I could put some levers here, but I'm not sure that would really do the trick. And then, speaking of wasting a shitload of iron, I built since this is the bathroom, gotta build the toilet over here. And then I always like having, kind of cool little secrets for people to find in my base. Not that anybody cares enough to look, but one of them, I was like, what is, kind of, there's a lot of jokes you could make, in the bathroom, but I was like, what's an actually, funny reference I could make in here? And so I was thinking about that, gif of Hank Schrader from Breaking Bad, when he, spoiler alert, when he finds out that Walter White is Heisenberg. And so I put a bookshelf next to this, and then I guess this is supposed to be the label of one of the books. So I thought that was kind of cool. Anyway, onward and upward. let's look at the secret room that I didn't look at the first time. Because, I mean, I guess now I kind of wish I had documented it the first time, because it has changed. It has changed, and that is thanks in part to Doctor, aka Max, who helped me with with these paintings. I thought this was a pretty cool dramatic effect. You know, you jump through here, and it's like, whoa, where am I, right? This is the monument, a monument to broken dreams, to remember where we've been, and to ponder where we're headed. Anyhow, for something significantly less tasteful, let's head back downstairs to to this room. This is still empty, but this is most certainly not. Club Calcium, adults only. Little Timmy, look away. So this is a pretty... Man, I should have put the record player in here. What was I thinking? Definitely got to get another one of those. Anyway, this is my my little club, little clubhouse in here. Just got some tables, got a little bar back here with a lot of different things on tap. You know, let's see what we got in the dairy section over here. And then in the refrigerator.
But you bring the stuff.
It's right here, huh?
Show it.
It's
Show
right,
it.
it's right here.
Show it.
It's right here.
Show it.
It's right there.
Oh yeah, it's right here. We got the good stuff. And, you know, just a little elevated platform over here. Always good to have some, you know, fun lighting, some fun, you know, elevation changes in your buildings. It's always good practice. I will say, very unfortunate. The contractor came by and he told me, he said, Stinger, I hate to tell you this, you know, you're not gonna like to hear this. I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but your little clubhouse here, the room's pretty big, it's pretty spread out, and it's not connected to any major joists or anything. We are gonna have to put a extra support column right in the middle of it. So I'm so sorry about that eyesore, but you know, like I said in episode 1, we built things up to code here at the Savannah Mansion. Plenty of fence posts, so it you know, it is what it is. You got to do things right. You got to do things right. So I think that I think that's where I'll leave it for the tour for now. And there's so much I want to talk about. I guess in regards to the reception of the first video I made, but the problem is that like if I spend all the time here talking about, you know, what happened last time, then it's like, how much time am I spending just on the present, you know? I do want to keep things more grounded, but there are a few things that I do have to say, which is, first of all, thank you to all of you for watching. I didn't expect, you know, anybody to be mean and to say, wow, that video sucked, but truth be told, what I expected was maybe like one person to be like, oh, that's kind of neat. Anyway, moving on. Let's you know, you guys see the weather lately? That's been crazy. You know, that's about the reception that I expected for the first video. And then I would have gotten the hint and just never recorded anything ever again. But that's not the reception I got. People seem to like it. People, at least one person, Tori, left a very nice comment saying that she liked it, and that I think she even said that she liked my voice, so that's nice. Always nice to hear. Glad that I'm easy to listen to. And then what else was I going to say? There's so much that I want to say, but the most important thing that I feel like I need to say is that I don't want to discourage anybody else from making videos just because of the fact that I'm making videos. I really do not want anybody else to see this and think, oh man, well, I was gonna make a video. I was gonna tour the server. I wanted to make a YouTube video on it, but it seems like Stinger, he has it covered. I don't want to step on his toes. I don't want to see him like a copycat or anything. No, don't, please do not think that. By all means, I would love to see other people explore this world, or your own worlds, your forever world, whatever. If anybody else has been thinking about, I mean, we're all here because we like Love Star, and they are a YouTuber, and I think they're an inspiration in many aspects of life, but obviously in terms of creating videos. And so, yeah, if anybody else, if anybody out there is watching and thinking, man, I really wish Stinger had made a tour this week, I think he's kind of just being a lazy bum by not wanting to walk around the whole place. Maybe I should make a tour this week. Please go ahead. I really want to hear other people's commentary and insight and all their experiences that they've been having on this world. Really, I do. So yeah. No pressure if you don't want to. I'm just saying, if you do want to, you have a guaranteed viewer. That's all I wanted to say, and I think that's where we'll leave things for now. If there's anything I missed, I guess I'll just put that in text whenever I send this video to everybody. Hopefully I'm not up until 4 a.m. Posting this one. Hopefully my practice has paid off and I can expedite this process a little more now. But all that being said, I am very eepy, and so this is the outro. Good night.